This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online, on DAB+, and on your smart speaker.
Ian Collins on Talk Radio.
Let's go back to it. Your calls. Tony's in Bristol. How are you doing, Tony?
Hi there. Yeah, fine.
Good. What's up?
Well, it's just I'm an environmental journalist and a campaigning journalist.
Yep.
And I've been involved in the environmental movement with direct action for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And what I see going on the M25 is it totally unhinged. There is actually no rationale to it at all. For a start, you've got this group, Insulate Britain. Well, of course, they're not really Insulate Britain at all. This is just Extinction Rebellion. Well, particularly when the guy that runs it had to walk off a television set this morning when he was challenged about insulating his own house. So, I mean, that's maybe a side point, but there is something in that. Well, no, you're right. No, of course. But they're trying to save the reputation of Extinction Rebellion by insulting everybody watching and listening, by pretending to be something else, because they know that by what they're doing, Extinction Rebellion's brand is being totally polluted. Yeah. And in fact, do you remember a few years ago when they jumped onto that tube train? Yes. Exactly the same sort of thing. That'll be the electric tube train, right? Yeah, that's right. When they were protesting about why we need more electric transport. I know. So there's something very unhinged about this campaign. And the other thing, which is really worrying, is it's playing straight into the hands of Priti Patel and her police crime courts and evidence bill, whatever it is that's coming down the road.
This 10 seconds or so was blanked by Talk Radio. I was talking about Gypsies and Travellers being criminalised by Priti Patel for the first time in history.
They may find that they and their kids are criminalised for going on land. So this is helping to build up an antipathy against protest, which is actually serving the interests of the right, the far right, and the anti-Gypsy traveller movement.
Blanked. I talked about our protest over the August Bank Holiday weekend against the Royal West Norfolk Golf Club and the National Trust.
An environmental protest over the August Bank Holiday. Well, our main aim was not to target the people we wanted to get on side with direct action and disrupting their lives. I mean, that's what they've been doing. We were targeting, as it happens, the Royal West Norfolk Golf Club, who have been what we believe is pinching bits of common land for their own private use. Yes. And so we were targeting the golf club, and the owners of the golf club, not even the golf players, And in the old days, what we used to do is go to AGMs. If you find a big company that's doing the wrong thing, you go to their AGM and you put forward a vote that they have to then vote on, that sort of thing. Yeah. And, you hand out leaflets to the shareholders. So that was... did you find that effective, though? Did you find that did what you wanted to do? Because their argument would be that if... They always say, look, we glue ourselves to the M25 and that might be a bit rubbish, but, when we tried protesting normally, nobody listened. Well, they do. Of course they listen. I mean, over the years, we've seen massive changes made by protesting AGMs of polluting companies, for example. That's why we've got the more green agenda now than we had 20, 30 years ago. But there is something very, very wrong about this, Yes. The actual fact that people are sitting in their cars, none of those people are actually there out of pure choice. Most people have to use a car today because the rail fares are so expensive, the public transport is so unreliable, and I put that down to Dr. Beeching in the 1960s. Are they going to protest against him? Beeching, yes. I mean, there's a man that should be in jail. Oh, no, he's dead. So, yes, I take your... Oh, yes, he is, yes. Take your point. But the interesting thing about Beeching is people don't know. He was a metallurgist, right? And so what does he know about the accounts of running a railway? The answer is nothing. But he knew how to keep his mouth shut. He was actually involved in the British atomic bomb project as a metallurgist, what was called tube alloys, set up by Churchill in the 1940s and 1950s. So he was employed to shut our railways down because he knew how to keep his mouth shut, not because he knew anything about railway. And of course, that was why we've got so many cars on the road today. Otherwise, most of those commuters using the M25 would be happily reading a book, chatting to a stranger or a friend sitting on a train somewhere.
Got it. Listen, Tony, thorough stuff. So you're not going to be joining the protest anytime soon?
Well, unless I find myself in a traffic jam, in which case I'll jump out of my car, go to the front of the queue, and I will be tearing their banners up and dragging them off the road alongside the police.
Yeah, well, last time somebody tried that, they then nearly got arrested. So it's curious times. Tony, thank you for that. Great call.